told me at the start of this year that by the end of it, I was going to make an overly analytical, long tirade about High Guardian Spice, I probably would have believed you, because this shit happens to me so often I've pretty much gotten under the pain. But if you told me to what extent I would loathe it, then I might question you.
Gave High Guardian Spice a chance, and I did notice a few things it had to offer, but it all led to a sloppy mess. It's frustrating when you feel like all these writers wanted to do was make a simple adventure story, but with more characters that they could relate to. But you have to take these characters and put them in a creative scenario that makes us all want to watch more. High Guardian Spice has great intentions behind every idea and desire, but they are sadly accompanied by some of the worst writing I have ever encountered.
This show has garnered an intense, unfathomable amount of backlash and hate ever since it was first revealed back in 2019. And there are many reasons why, but it's not the reasons you're thinking. It's not because we're negative assholes, it's not because we're bigots, it's not because we're stuck-up weebs who demand anime, it's not because we're all homophobes, it's not because we're all transphobes, it's not because we're an evil anti-LGBT brigade that's out to get you like the fucking boogeyman. The reason why there's an ocean of backlash surrounding this show is a very simple reason. It's because High Guardian Spice sucks.
It's a complete mess. I don't even want to sugarcoat it. You would be shocked how this cliché fantasy setting can be so underdeveloped.
Why should I care? No joke. Why should I care about these characters? Why should I care about them wanting to be guardians? Why should I care about the fact that I'm essentially watching two magical creatures about to get on?
Overall, High Guardian Spice suffers from a lack of expertise. This show, this result, is not a surprise, coming from a totally new, untested studio where almost every person on the team has an IMDb profile that fits on one page.
You're one of the few shows that can represent your community that you should try your absolute hardest to make something decent. I'm not saying High Guardian Spice had to do all of the things I talked about on tour. All High Guardian Spice needed to do was at least do one of these things well. Anything. Something that showed that these people gave a damn about its characters or its plot rather than just viewing it as a product. My biggest problem with High Guardian Spice isn't poor dialogue or lack of conflict, lack of good character writing, or its terrible production value. My problem with it is what it represents. And no, it doesn't represent the LGBTQ community, it represents a mindset that says, I don't need to try.
Many have said, don't even rewrite it, there's nothing to work with, and you're right about that. High Guardian Spice has very little value.
Why didn't you build the foundations of your story before focusing on the details? Every time, I think this show cannot get any lower when it comes to literal, basic, bare writing ability. It whips out the pickaxe and starts digging. I'm so livid. I don't even know how to properly explain why this is so awful in a constructed and thought out way, because all I want to do is scream.
I have a fascination with the show. Not just because it's bad either. I'm fascinated with the show because of how bad it is. How it fails at almost every single thing that it attempts. It's kind of a rarity to see a show fail on so many fronts.
You girls want any food? Is sleep a food?
Yes, this is an actual video and not an edit that gets like 50 views. Or unimpressive gameplays that are already way too long to be digestible of an already dead game filled with neurotic, KD-obsessed low-life loser incels. Speaking of way too long to be digestible, actually, the amount of High Guardian Spice videos I watched is genuinely staggering and actually unhealthy. Jesus Christ, I need to go out more. When the show came out, the amount of backlash it generated and how much there truly was like no other. So I'm going to look back on this show and see if it was truly as bad as everyone thought it was. Also in this video, I'm not going to tear it to shreds like everyone else did, but I'm also not going to act like High Guardian Spice is flawless because, come on, I'd be lying to myself there. But before that, let's dip into the foundations of the show to truly see what we're doing here and to see the inception of the show. So buckle up, because here we go. The cruel fatality of High Guardian Spice. Let's begin.
Oh my god, boy, that boy on top. Sip and walk, make my heart stop.
A show's inception always starts with its creator. The creator of High Guardian Spice is Ray Rodriguez. Rodriguez attended New York University's School of Art studying fine art. And when he got into university, he posted his art on his Tumblr page, posting some illustrations, some animations.
Hey guys, this is Ray and welcome to my vlog. My boyfriend Taylor's sitting behind me, if you can see him.
Sup?
And some images and concepts of the webcomic he originally wanted High Guardian Spice to be. Ray then pitched High Guardian Spice to Federator Studios, but unfortunately it was rejected. Then he pitched it to Nickelodeon, but unfortunately it was rejected. Then the Cartoon Network, but unfortunately it was rejected. You get the idea. And according to Wikipedia, Claire Stenger worked on pitches and helped with many things about the show. And it was supposed to be released in 2019, but it was delayed. I wonder why. The multiple missed deadlines were a clear indicator of the unstable and, let's just be honest, incompetent management behind the show, along with the poor advertisement. Along 2020 and a lot of 2021, there was constant speculation on the show's true release. Like on the 25th of February, when Crunchyroll released a trailer for its original releases. Later down the line, on September 4th, Ethan Supovitz? Fucking hell, these names. Ethan said the series was an upcoming Crunchyroll original that would release in 2020, but he didn't specify a date, which is interesting to say the least. On November 15th, Constance Sorrentos wrote an article on how the delay seemed ridiculous. And on May 13th, the show creator himself, Ray Rodriguez, told everyone to be on the lookout. A month later, there was an announcement that the virtual Crunchyroll Expo 2021 would happen in between August 5th and August 7th of 2021, and that more information on the series will be revealed at the Crunchyroll Industry Panel on August 6th. The Anime Network stated that the show will release a new release date in summer 2021. And unlike any other original from Crunchyroll, on September the 21st of 2021, it was listed as part of the fall 2021 lineup.
We've been preparing our whole lives for this day. All of the dreams will soon come true if we only try. All of our hopes come shining through. Come on, future guardians of Lingard. It's just up ahead.
And finally, on October 10th, 2021, Crunchyroll finally released a date for the show, that being October 26th, and it had 12 episodes ordered. And on the website Animation Magazine, Rodriguez himself said that he wanted to make the world a more loving and empathetic place by sharing fantastical stories about queer and diverse and relatable characters. Which is an admirable goal to say the least, but you know, this world has humans in it, so trying to bring positivity is a no-go. Unfortunately, Mr. Rodriguez. Insert funny gag edits here.
Hey, I got a Glock in my arm.
I hope it's romantic all my life, surrounded by couples all the time.
The story for High Guardian Spice is, well, for lack of a better word, underdeveloped. That may be because Ray Rodriguez never wanted the show to be story-driven or to have an overarching plot, or at least a solid one that's cohesive and compelling. The main plot and story are there's these 4 girls going to a magic school because they want to be guardians of Lingard, I'm guessing, to protect Lingard from monsters and stuff, I'm assuming. It's very simple. Maybe a bit too simple. It feels very bare bones and unplanned when you watch it. Granted, they had to rush a narrative together and stretch it into 12 episodes, which, let's face it, nobody is at their best when they're given limited time and more pressure to create a story for a 12-episode show. It's pretty clear and apparent that the story takes inspiration from both Western and Eastern media. Western media like Harry Potter, Adventure Time, Steven Universe, The Owl House, Cory in the House. Back on topic, the show is episodic, but also has an overarching plot. Kind of. Something to do with the rot slowly infecting Lingard, especially Time's Forest or something.
This is my home. I need to help, not run away.
That is not your choice to make. Your father and I have decided we are going to Scarborough Kingdom.
But
time. Resources are scarce. The fairy woods are no longer safe.
Then come with us. You said it's not safe here, so why?
I must stay and do what I can. This is my duty, not yours. Now go.
Well, we'll get back to that. There's also something to do with old magic versus new magic. Like at the start, old magic seems to be better.
Look at that, Sage! Your own terrasphere!
We thought it might help you at school.
It's,
Do you like it? Here, you just hold it like this.
Whoa, cool!
Oh no, you hate it. Rosemary, I don't want a terrasphere. It's not right. I don't do new magic. My mom would be livid if she knew about this.
Oh, why not say something? Your aunts are awesome. They get it.
Cousins, Rose, my cousins. And anyway, I can't. They went to all this trouble. They're being so kind and thoughtful. It's the worst. Well, I was taught that old magic is sacred. My mother taught me that as magic gives to you, you must give to it, or the balance will be destroyed. After a sizable spell, she plants a tree in thanks. So much power, with no required knowledge or work? How unsafe.
How old magic of you to say that.
How lazy of you to like these spells.
But then new magic seems to be better.
Dear.
Is it okay if I use old magic?
Sage, why crawl through the desert delirious with thirst when you can summon an oasis of sparkling water in any flavor you choose? Maybe, but it's impractical. New magic doesn't require the hours of ritual, the reckoning, the effort.
Basically, old magic is dumb.
But I wouldn't say that. It's just new magic is better. New magic multiplies your power and lets you do what you want. With new magic, you can do anything. Huh? Guess this one's out of juice. You can all easily control one plant. You'll see. Go, do. Balance schmalance. You've got a terrasphere now, haven't you?
I mean, yes, but...
Do what you want, Sage. But the history of Guardians demonstrates that those who don't adapt are doomed to obsolescence.
Just like I said, Slab.
Just don't.
What?
New magic. The only decent way to do anything.
Finally. Done.
I didn't want to just use the easy way.
Blah, 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 blah. Old magic is sacred. What's the sacred part, Slab? Sweating into plants instead of going to lunch?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah?
Yes?
Then new magic bad.
I can't believe I killed him. I couldn't stop the spell.
It's not your fault, Sage. The effectiveness of new magic conceals how unmanageable it can be.
Then you can combine both elements or something.
Stay low! No one to tell the tale.
He's gone!
He was here for a reason. I don't think he'll go far.
You used old and new magic together.
A solid foundation in old magic gives one the potential to merge their strengths. A skill you'll learn in time.
Merge their strengths.
It's very vague of its concept. It might also be a metaphor for being liberal and conservative, but I don't really want to get into that right now. There's also this theme of the famous traditional ballad Scarborough Fair, written by Simon and Garfunkel. That's about a relationship where the artist gives their lover a list of tasks he wants her to do for her to gain his love back. The song shares a title with a nation in the show called Scarborough Kingdom. And the characters of High Guardian Spice are named after the herbs that are repeated throughout the song. Parsley, sage, rosemary, and thyme. And according to Genius, every herb has a symbolic meaning. Parsley took away bitterness, sage represents strength and wisdom, rosemary symbolizes memory and faithfulness, and thyme was for courage. And we'll see if the characters actually symbolically represent that.